Media's Mining Weekly is interviewing Pushpender Singla, the Executive Director of Vedanta Zinc International. Pushpender, there's been a great announcement of a 7 billion capital expenditure into the second phase of the Gamsberg Zinc project in the Northern Cape. Please give us everything about this project and what it will bring to the market.
Thank you very much, Martin, for this opportunity. And talking about Vedanta's growth into South Africa, I would like to add a couple of lines about Vedanta. Vedanta is the 6th largest natural resource company in the world with a market cap of $20 billion. And our portfolio is very diversified. And the biggest thing is there, each of our portfolio are significant in size. And we are in the base metal into almost all the commodities, including zinc, lead, silver, aluminium, copper. We are also in the iron ore, and we are also into the top 20 energy company in the world by producing 25% of India's oil production. In terms of our presence, we are very much into Africa and India, which is one of the highest focus in terms of growth. And that commitment is well reflected that our chairman, Mr. Anil Agarwal, is also a member of the Presidential Advisory Committee on the Investment of South Africa. Coming closer to the home to South Africa, growth is one of value of our organization, and hence we continue to make sure our operation strive and thrive and grow significantly. And in 2019, into the South Africa Investment Conference, we have placed 21 billion rand of investment into South Africa to expand our growth into South Africa. And I'm pleased to tell that our first 7 billion rand of investment into Gamsberg Phase 1 has created a significant social economic benefit to the country and have created 1,200 permanent jobs and also increased the production of South Africa zinc operation from 75,000 to 300,000, which is 4 times what it used to be 3 years ago. And I'm again very pleased, and I'm very thankful to the board of Vedanta Limited, who has given us go ahead to go to the next level of growth, where we are investing another 7 billion rand into expanding our existing Gamsberg operation, taking current 4 million ton of annual mining and plant production to 8 million ton, and in terms of metal, taking 300,000 ton of metal to 500,000 ton of metal. This is a very, very significant investment. And again, this investment will create a significant socio-economic benefit to Northern Cape. Specifically, will create 2,000 to 2,500 jobs during the construction period, which will run for 2.5 years, followed by a permanent job of around 1,000 people, which will be created going forward. In addition to that, this project will create a significant positive impact to create a secondary industry, the supplier development and enterprise development and the community transformation into the Northern Cape, because this project will be also part of the Namakwa Special Economic Zone, which is being considered by the government to be approved very soon. I would like to add that apart from Gamsberg Phase 2 investment, which is going to start now, we also last year has approved another investment of around 600 million rand into our magnetite project as well, which project again are one of the unique project which will not only create a socio-economic benefit, but it is also our ESG project, where we are trying to convert our tailings into one of the best quality, high quality magnetite. So on the one side, we will reduce the impact on the environment. On the other side, we will create another product line and creating another employment of 250 people into the Northern Cape. Out of 21 billion rand of pledge, which we did 3 years ago, today we are proudly already reaching beyond 12 billion rand with the investment into 2 major projects.
And how long is this going to take to build? Has a contractor been appointed, and what is on site now?
It's 18 months of total construction with 3 months of commissioning and ramp up. So 21 months from now, we will be, zero date is already started as board has approved it. So 21 months from now, we will be having our first production done. And in terms of appointment of the contractor, we already started the tendering process and EOI. We are hoping within the next couple of weeks, we will be able to close this process to appoint one of our major partners to come on the site to work on.
And what about the funding of this? Are you involving any South African debt in this?
So in terms of funding, we always believe that we must need to earn the money to invest the money, and hence our first focus remain to fund this project absolutely from our internal accruals, and that's our first focus remain. But to second point, we always want to make sure we have enough flexibility. So all the South African bank, whether it's say R7bn and Nedbank, they're closely working with us on this project as well.
You're also talking about refining in Namibia. Has that gone away?
So refining in Namibia is still on the card. So in South Africa, we are going to produce more than 500,000 tons of metal in concentrate. And the Namibia refinery has a capacity of 150,000 tons. So that is still on the card. We are in discussion with the government of Namibia in terms of the power tariff, because power is one of the critical requirements and it should be absolutely at the right price to make refinery work. So we are in engagement with the government to see if there can be any positive outcome to convert that refinery to beneficiate. But I also would like to say, parallelly, we are already started the pre-feasibility of Gamsberg smelter in South Africa, because if we are going to produce 500,000 tons of metal in concentrate, we need a bigger smelter and refinery complex. Hence, our also vision remain to set up another smelter and refinery in South Africa to beneficiate the product within South Africa. And if that happens, it will make South Africa as one of the best countries to serve whole Africa, Europe, and Middle East to serve the zinc production from South Africa.
And people are all talking about renewable energy now and decarbonization. If you move in that sort of direction with smelters and refineries, would you also be thinking of generating your own electricity and from the sun and the wind, etc.?
So this is absolutely on our cards. We are even at a very advanced stage to lock in our contract for the renewable energy. And we really want all our operation to make sure we produce green metal. And accordingly, renewal will be absolutely part of our portfolio, and which will be announced very soon in terms of making sure we serve all our operation through the renewable energy, solar and wind. I think only would like to make one thing. Sometimes the challenge with the renewal, you still need the base load. For the base load, we still need to have the grid connectivity, either it's ESCOM into South Africa or NAM Power into Namibia. Hence, we definitely need government support to be here to make sure that 24/7, the consistent power supply is available at the right prices.
How much electricity do you need now in terms of megawatts, and how much will you need if you go into the bigger picture of smelting and refining?
So today, if I consider my both underground and open pit operation, Gamsberg and Black Mountain, we are having a total demand of 45 megawatt. And with the Gamsberg Phase 2, which is a new project, the investment 7 billion rand, which has been approved now, this project will be requiring another 25 megawatt, so which will take total complex to 70 megawatt. And if we further expand, putting a smelter there, we will be looking almost 200 megawatt. So another 130 megawatt has to be added to take the total complex to 200 megawatt of power supply.
And will you be the off-takers? Will you be the marketers of this zinc? And what will the logistics be like to get this into market?
So as of now, we got Saldanha Port, and we got a very good logistic transport from our site to Saldanha Port, which is 600 kilometers from our site. And as of now, given South Africa doesn't have any smelting complex, so all the concentrate is being exported and to serve the various market, either in the Middle East, China, or into Europe. And if we set up a smelter in South Africa, definitely in future, we can serve all European market, Asian market, as well as Middle East from South Africa. I don't see any logistic challenge, but definitely I will be looking that the footprint on the logistic by the Transnet, either it's a rail or into the port, definitely has to be expanded as we grow.
And when I was there, you were doing quite a bit with the community. Is this still what you do? Do you involve the community around the Northern Cape, Gamsberg area there?
Absolutely. So giving back to the community is one of key value. And we always need to make sure the community should drive, strive, thrive, and grow with us. And accordingly, I can proudly say, even along with our growth, even our employee base, all the employees of our businesses and are part of the employee stock exchange, stock trust, okay, and under which if the company grows, their value automatically grows, being the shareholder of the company. So I think that's one of the greatest things we have done. But in addition to that, our job is not only to help the community with the basic in terms of education and health, we are also trying to do some sustainable job creation for them by, like, one of our key program is broad-based livelihood, where we're trying to make them self-sufficient by growing the product, various farming product themselves, to allow them to be self-sustained and serve for longer. So I think definitely our focus remain our community and our employees to grow with us.
And when I was up there, there was also a concern about succulent plants, and people were running around to protect the succulent plants. Is there still a consciousness of those plants and how you deal with them?
So we have a very well-written biodiversity agreement signed with the government, and we are fully compliant to it. And as per this agreement, we have to acquire around 1,000 12,000 acre of land to develop this succulent and move this succulent, which we are successfully doing. So I can proudly say this will be one of the examples that we are very well taking care of the environment.
Well, thanks very much for your big investment. It's great to have that in South Africa at the moment. Also, you're involved on Minerals Council South Africa. Are you happy with the investment climate in South Africa?
So I firstly should say that, whatever we see in South Africa, we are very happy with. We see in this country the greatest potential in terms of the Mother Earth is very rich. We've got one of the best people and skill in the country. And also, I say the mining charter also over the period of time has evolved very well. And the greater consultation between the Mineral Council and the Ministry of Mines has also helped a lot. So if I say we will feel very comfortable with the environment, but one thing which I already alluded in terms of the electricity, consistent supply, and also how we can enable the investment of smelter, which definitely need a very efficient electricity prices and consistent supply, which is the area definitely we will be seeking more support from the government.
It was Creamer Media's Mining Weekly speaking to Pushpender Singh, the Executive Director of Vedanta Zinc International.